The skill that makes everybody more money. Just imagine for one moment that you are sitting and playing video games in front of your TV, and you're sitting there and you're playing and you're going, oh, this is awesome. And this is an amazing, amazing game. And then you look at the calendar, you look at your phone and you go, oh crap, I've been doing this for 15 years. What have I been doing? You look down at yourself and you go, man, how did I get so fat? And you feel the hair on your face and you go, man, how did I grow so much hair? And you realize life has passed you by. Because whether you do anything or not, life is going to continue. The planet will continue to go around the sun. And unless something really weird happens, people are going to continue on this planet. And in that moment, you realize that you haven't done anything. Yeah, there's a plate with pizza rolls on it. And you realize that you knew enough how to make pizza rolls in the oven. But you realize that you don't have a job. You don't have anything you're responsible for. You have nothing. You have nothing in your life whatsoever. And you go, maybe I should change that. You spend a couple of years getting a degree in computer science. You rush through because you don't want to spend 4 years getting the full degree. So you just got the 2-year. You get yourself your first job doing some Python coding. Turns out you have a real knack for computer programming. And then years go by. 2, 3, 4, 5. And eventually you go, I've got the same damn job. Nothing has changed for me. Yeah, my pay is a little bit higher. I've gone from being $50,000 a year employee to being a $60,000 a year employee. Yay me! But it's been 5 years, and I don't have any friends at work. Nobody there really seems to talk to me much. But you know, I do talk to them during our stand-up meetings, so that seems to be okay. That's good enough, right? Another 5 years go by, and you're in the same position. You've been promoted, so now you're making $80,000 a year. But still nobody talks to you. Still, nobody seems that interested in you whatsoever. And you think, well, this just must be normal. This is the way it is for everybody. Now, what do you think this person's coworker says about him? Let's just pretend like it's him, okay? Let's just pretend. Do you think they'd maybe say, yeah, that guy's a little aloof. He's a little weird. He's a little strange. I don't know. He's just really awkward. Do you think that's what they would say about him? What if you were to talk to the manager? What do you think the manager would say? They maybe would say, yeah, he's pretty good and he does a good job getting the work done, but that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else for him beyond that. I don't really think he's capable of doing much more beyond what he's doing. If you don't know by now, there's something missing in this person's life. Something that's holding him back from getting anywhere beyond where he's currently at. See, there's a set of skills that multiply the value of whatever job you have. So if you're a software developer and you have these skills, it's actually much easier to get promoted, easier to move up, easier to end up in management, easier to get somewhere in the industry. If you're a car mechanic and you don't have these skills, it's going to be hard for you to really grow as a car mechanic. And you might have a business, but maybe nobody really likes you that much. So these sets of skills multiply whatever it is that you're doing. And of course, these skills generally that I'm talking about are communication skills. Communication skills generally broken down in verbal and written. We could basically put it in those two categories. Make and break the careers of everybody. Communication skills is the thing that is the difference between getting a job, keeping a job, being let go, being fired, and getting promotions. But there's a lot more that goes into communication skills than just saying, oh, just get communication skills. And that's what we have today on today's episode of Questions on Reddit. We have somebody that asks, what skill do you think is best for a 20-year-old to learn? And at first you're thinking, what the heck does this have to do with being 20-year-old and learning communication skills? Well, if you go through the comments, and the comments are interesting because it gives you an idea of how diverse people are. Everybody has a different opinion. This person mentions soft skills, emotional intelligence. This person says accountability, time management, budgeting, planning. These are all things that people themselves find important for what they are doing, right? Not for somebody else, but for what they are doing. Communication and Excel. Carpentry. This person struggles with communication. They have a dug in. Oh, here it is. Receptive to constructive criticism. And so learn about dividend investing, reinvesting. First, learn to type well if you don't know yet. And second, to code in Python at above average level. See, it's different for everybody. It's different. Everybody has a different idea what the heck you should do. But the reason that it's such a diverse answer, because the person who posted this didn't really provide a lot of information. We don't know what their likes are. We don't know. We have no idea what they've done in their life. We have no idea. Maybe they're a chess master. We don't know. But there's nothing here that indicates exactly what the person is good at or not good at, or what they like or maybe don't like. We don't know. As far as we know, this is a clean slate, and this person has never worked a job in their life. But as you come down here, oh, see, here we go. At 20, it was study skills, okay? How to pick up girls, okay? Cognitive behavior. Learn how to cook. Learn how to make a pizza, okay? The guys talk about soft skills are dead right. Never express any negative emotion, no matter how frustrating or proactive someone can be. Communication, professional and casual, emotional intelligence. Swimming, first aid, people skills, cooking. The most valuable skills is how to communicate effectively. Okay, people skills, interpersonal skills, learning effective communications. Okay, do I need to keep going? I don't, do I? Please, I don't need to keep going. Some of these people say communication skills, money, farming, programming. There's a lot of skills that you can learn as a person. And communication skills are the great multiplier. It will multiply whatever value you currently have. If you take an average person and you say, okay, now let's improve your communication skills tenfold, it's going to multiply the amount of money they're able to make. Now, maybe not by a lot. You know, maybe if you're an accountant making $80,000 a year, maybe it might get you to 90 or 100, but it does multiply. Communication skills are the difference between being basic, being average, and being great. Now, why are we talking about this? Well, because communication skills are important, but there's another part of this. And that is communication doesn't come easy to everybody. Everybody has a natural charisma. We all do. We all have the ability to be charismatic in one way or another. And I'm not talking about beauty charisma here. I'm talking about the ability to be likable. The ability for people to just be you're approachable, you're likable, you're not aloof or anything like that. And when it comes to communication skills, it really, honestly, from what I've seen, is completely based off of what kind of charisma you have. If you naturally don't have very good charisma, communication skills will help, but it won't multiply you by much. If you have a fantastic charisma, every little bit of communication skills multiplies your career magnificently. And this is the part that's hard to understand. Doing career coaching, these are the things that I think about. That if you were a person and you're going into IT or you're going to accounting or you're going to something that introverts typically go into, communication skills are important. But at the same time, if you're truly introverted and truly don't have a great charisma, you're going to be in a situation to where really the skills and knowledge that you have, the skills meaning the hard skills, the industry skills, the coding skills, is going to get you further than any communication skills will. See, if you have a very average or bad charisma, if you were just not very charismatic at all, those communication skills aren't going to help you that much. They're going to help you just a little bit, but not much. Communication skills are the great multiplier. It is the only set of skills that is applicable throughout all industries, all professions. But the reality is, while communication skills are extremely important, we are not all created the same. Not one of us is exactly the same. We're all different people. And we have to play the hand that we're dealt. Now, maybe if we're someone who is into 1% of athleticism, we're not going to spend so much time on our communication skills. We're just not. We're going to spend time trying to figure out how to keep our bodies in shape and how to compete, and maybe how to generate a new move, how to stay healthy, right? They're not going to spend time on communication. Yeah, communication has an effect on their lives, for sure. Just ask NFL quarterbacks that maybe aren't liked all that much, where people don't really trust them that much, that people don't have a lot of belief in them, because maybe their communication skills aren't that great. Communication skills are important in everything that you do. And certainly if you're 20, if you're young, you need to make sure that you're working on those communication skills. But really, it comes with experience. And really, in all cultures, and likely for many, maybe throughout all history, the ability to communicate with people determines whether you can influence people, whether you're likable or not, whether you get elected to certain positions, whether you get promoted. Communication skills are essential for life in the societies that we've built. Especially in America right now, if you don't have communication skills, it's hard to work in a lot of different professions. See, if you want to be in sales, or you want to be in banking, let's just go down to banking. If you want to be in banking and your communication skills are very average, well, you might do okay. You might get a job as a teller. You might be able to become a personal banker. But unless you have skills beyond basic, you're probably not going to get moved up to eventually being one of the many vice presidents. That's just a reality. And that is what we're talking about. That is why communication skills are so important. It's because it's not about the job that you're in right now. It's about what the next job is in your career. But when you're planning your life, when you're planning your career, you need to understand, you need to know yourself. You need to know right away, how good are my communication skills? Because if they're not that great, I need to pick a career where it's okay to not be that great, to where I'll still make a decent living. And these are the things that are not talked about. When I work with job seekers, I want to talk about you. I want to talk about what your interests are, what your skills are, and we need to figure out whether your dreams, whether the vision that you have for your future is going to work with what you currently have to work with. If you say, I want to be an NBA player and you're 4'5", not to rag on any of you 4'5" people, but there's probably a pretty good chance it's not going to work out. It's not because it can't, but more that there's a good chance it won't, and you need to be prepared for the alternative. And the reality is, while we all want everything to be perfect, utopic, we want everybody to be equal opportunities, equal outcomes for some people. It will never be that way. Some people are going to be taller, some people are going to be shorter, and that's okay. That's good. It would be boring if we were all the same, but we have to know what our strengths are, and we have to play to our strengths. And that is a real skill. Thanks for watching today. I'm SB Graham. This is JobFerno. If you have any questions, send me an email at questions@jobferno.com. And as always, choose skills over money.